Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. It's weird I don't have a hat on for the first time in 12 days, and also it's daytime. Yeah, I got an early start. Decided the day after Christmas, start my day with some Mars inside SpaceX. This is a 47-minute uh, National Geographic special. It's from 2018, and of course, it follows the the efforts of SpaceX, specifically headed by Elon Musk, the man behind Tesla and, of course, SpaceX. But uh, as we know now, Elon's a bit of a controversial character, one way or the other. Yes, we get it. Uh, I don't necessarily like him a whole lot myself. I'm sure a couple $1 billion will change my mind if it showed up in my bank account tomorrow, but um, even a million. But for the most part, we all have a price. This is While he features prominently in this special, uh, it's mainly about the efforts and the reasoning behind creating a privatized version of space exploration. Whereas NASA has always been an element of the government and everything else. This is something that Elon's money has allowed these people to work on beyond what they've already done. Some of these people have worked for NASA and other. Well, I imagine there's not a whole lot of other space programs. Oh yeah, there's Jeff Bezos over at Amazon. Um, but yeah, I mean, there's a number of different people working on these kind of things, and you get to see the insistence that we are a species that is at risk of extinction. Should we continue to screw up this planet further than we already have, it's just gonna get worse and make it uninhabitable. And I mean, yes, not in, probably, hopefully, not in my lifetime, but the idea that 100 or even 1,000 years from now, it's unacceptable to say, well, you know what, humanity's had its turn, it's done. Uh, we are, yeah, we have the opportunity to expand. They keep saying it throughout this that we need to be a spacefaring race, a multi-planetary race, in order for humanity to survive into the future. So that once we screw this up, we can always build better elsewhere and out into the stars. Again, I don't think anybody is under the impression that the technology that we have right now, especially not the technology we had 50 years ago when we went to the moon, but the technology we have right now is what is going to propel us to Mars. Like the exact technology at this moment, because it's constantly evolving, it's constantly changing, it's constantly improving, hopefully, as compared to what has happened over the last 5 decades, where yes, things have improved, but our distances into space have gotten shorter and shorter, and our ambitions have gotten smaller and smaller, mainly because of the cost. And why not a billionaire come along and spend $350 million or shoot a rocket into space without people? But it's a matter of understanding that at this point he did shoot one of his cars into space, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting to know that there now is a Tesla in space. Hopefully, it will not blow up. Um, I mean, anyway, it's the kind of thing that uh, these are these are exciting times, but these are also testing grounds. These are proving grounds. These are things that say this technology can do this. What about improving this technology? How can we make this technology better? How can we improve the science? And how can it make it more energy efficient? And it's not just, I mean, energy efficiency. It's now the idea of reusability when it comes to the rockets, because the rockets are expensive. The ships that carry the payload are expensive. They make the comment that's like, hey, you take a flight from LA to New York, and if once you step off the plane, do they throw the plane in the trash? It's essentially what we do with our rockets. We just let them float off into space, or they land on Earth and never to be used again. And they show up in a museum maybe, but there's not a whole lot of reusability. Yes, we would bring back the space shuttle. every time. And well, yeah, the rocket, the things that the astronauts were in the capsules, they would come back, but uh, so much about the power, the where the fuel and everything else is contained, was wasted over the years. So what they show in this episode is they're building toward that launch, that big launch that shoots the Tesla into space. And it's not so much about that. Yes, that's a big PR thing. It's wonderful. But it's also the idea that once those rockets are done with their job, can we land them back on Earth safely and then use them for another launch in the future, having proven their viability? And that's what it builds up to. Beyond, I mean, yes, they use a lot of dramatic music and lots of people cheering and screaming, wide-eyed and mouths agape as they stare at the sky. And yeah, it's an exciting thing. It's kind of for somebody like me who's a bit of a nerd, which is a term of endearment to me. It's not a I do not look down upon myself by saying that I'm a nerd. It's a badge of pride. But I it almost led me to tears just a little bit. I didn't realize this is something that happened 4 years ago, but it's still 3-4 years ago. But still, it's exciting to know that we have people, scientists, engineers, people with skills and talents that have followed in the footsteps of so many people before them in the space program and beyond, to create such things that will hopefully take us to the realm of Star Trek. Not Star Wars, but Star Trek. As much as I love Star Wars, we want to move to the Star Trek direction, not with an evil empire, which we still have the risk of doing. But still, it's a matter of getting to Trek, where energy is efficient and not destructive to us or our planet or the tools we use, and we can constantly improve, constantly grow, constantly travel and explore strange new worlds. And that starts, even, it's going to take money, and that's a guy that has it. I believe that some of that money should probably be better spent on maybe on people, and maybe paying it some taxes, but that's another whole thing. I'm not going to get into that. Yeah, like the rest of us, I'm saying. So yeah, those kind of things. It's important this stuff is done. Who does it? Well, we don't have much of a choice right now. And is it really just an ego battle, a rocket battle, to see who gets into space further, faster, better? That's what it seems to be boiling down to at the moment. But there are people doing real work behind the scenes, beyond egos and beyond people who want to put their face in history books. I'm not raising my hand, I'm blocking his face. There are people who are working hard to make a future possible. And that's what this should truly be about. This is what this special is truly about. So if this is the kind of thing that excites you, that interests you, it's not I don't think it's a tabloid piece, which could have been just a big puff piece about Elon Musk and how great he is. No. This is about the people who have made decisions, who've made discoveries, who've explored and pushed and tried new things in order to make it possible for us to become a multi-planetary society. Not now, but soon. Never soon enough, but soon. And I'm hoping that the technology appears in my lifetime that will allow these things to happen. And it's going to take pioneers like these people and Elon Musk. So let's pick tomorrow's episode.
599.
599. Scroll to the bottom almost. Huh. Okay. Well, by the way, we just missed Tomorrowland, which has already been pulled from Disney Plus. Last I checked, I don't know why. It was not even on for a month, but yeah, whatever. Instead, we're getting something alphabetically right after it. We're gonna. I think we're gonna finally. I think we're gonna finish off. Yeah, this will be the last one in the set, in the quadrilogy. We're gonna finally watch Toy Story 4. So yeah, we've already watched 1, 2, and 3 on this series. Toy Story 4, which is the latest, and probably some is the most controversial. We'll be seeing that tomorrow on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you there with Toy Story 4.